Hello friends, let's watch our animation over here.
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
That's just something ugly people say.
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
That's just something ugly people say.
Cool. I love that. Super funny dialogue. Cute. She's looking super cute. Let's go my notes one by one. I hope they will be super helpful for you to really plus your animation over here. The first thing I noticed is the composition. If you see that, we can, I think, follow the rule of third, and maybe we can move the camera in such way that she's over here in the screen. So let's say this is the eye line. Let me change the color. Let's say this is the eye line. So we can change the camera to really make her head over here and her body should be here. So I think we can improve that one. Now the other thing is the poses, number of poses, we can reduce that. So how we can do actually, we can reduce the number of poses, we can really find the intent of the dialogue. The first thing she's talking about is, let's listen to that.
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
So she's talking about her teacher, and her teacher said the real beauty is from inside. So I think we don't need to gesture that much. So right now, if we see number of poses, we have this is, let's say this is our first pose, this is second, this is third, and then we have 4 poses. Same for the dad, first pose, second, third, 4, and 5 pose. I'll say keep 1 pose and you can talk within that pose. I will say cut this one, we don't need that pose. So we can start from here, and this will be internal dialogue. Okay, but my teacher said the real beauty is from inside. So she can use her hand to really put on the chest area, and she's like, okay, I'm talking about inner peace. You can change the gesture over here, but the main idea is like, my teacher said the inner peace is more important. So the intent of the shot will be, okay, she's talking about, okay, be peaceful from inside. So we don't need to animate the word to word, we do need to gesture all the time, but we only animate the intent of the shot, not the words of the shot. So we don't need to put a lot of pose here. So it will be like 1 pose and then 2 pose. That's it. And then you can add up the thinking process on top of that. Same for the dad. So here I feel like we have to find the intent of the shot. Like, what is the intent for him? Like, he's getting annoyed, he don't want to listen to her, or maybe like, I don't care, and he's like keep using the phone, like, I don't care. So this is the intent. Even though he's talking about, okay, she's ugly or all that, we don't need to animate word by word. So for me, the intent could be like, I don't care, don't bother me, or I don't like your teacher, or something, anything. It could be anything. We will change our acting choices according to that intent. So let's play that.
That's just something ugly people say.
That's something that ugly people say. So he'll like keep using the phone over here, like he's like, that's what ugly people say. Like, he keep using the phone, talk within that pose. We don't need to go like this pose, we don't need that, and we don't need this hand to go that further, we don't need that one. And this one is nice, we can keep here. You can totally decide, it's up to you, man. It is totally up to you what you would like to do. But I will say, like, choose 1 pose, animate within that pose, keep your character within that pose, will be super awesome. For facial, I feel like you can really improve that, especially the eyebrows. Main idea is to always find the lead and follow into that. Like, every eyebrow has 3 sections to animate. These are not one unit. So you can always find out, okay, this is the 1, number 2, and number 3. So you can always lead from any number. Like, let's say it can be inner eyebrow, it can be from middle, or it can, the outer one is the less one. So I don't think we can use the outer one to lead for that, but it can follow. Most of the time I divide our facial animation into 2 chunks, and I will try to really work on the connection of both. Let's say the character is smiling, the smile will trigger this muscle in the cheeks, and it will trigger the lower lid for the eye. So overall, you can really work on the connectivity. Let's summarize. The first thing is the composition for this shot. The other thing is number of poses, reduce that into 2 poses. Find the intent of the shot. What is the body language? Let's say she's small girl, maybe she's like maybe 10 years old. How she will move will be totally different than a guy who is like 40 years old. So try to find the personality and the age of the character plus mood. What is the intent of the shot? What is the inner feeling for the character? Let's say this character is totally annoyed, or he's like tired of work, and keep in that pose. Like this pose is telling the story, man. I love this pose. So try to be there while talking. And really, you can, after that, you can really polish the other parts, and you all polish is never ending game. So we can keep polishing for sure. And yeah, man, best of luck. And if you have any question, you can reach me and we can talk further. Take care.